Crazy, but the Yo, what up, fellas? Guess what? I'm going to lead tonight.
Brandon Aiyuk. Fuck him.
Brandon Aiyuk unfollowed Jayden Daniels. Is he hurting his chances to join DC Plus? We got a new signing. There's been a lot of talks going on. Juan feel how he feel. Johns feel like he's on the top of a mountain right now. And Reedie is, y'all know Reedie is Mr. Switch. So he's trying to ease his way for the ultimate switch up. I'm the only man left to say Team Aiyuk. Let's run it. Hit the button, John. Let's go. Yo. Brandon Aiyuk, what are you doing? What are you doing? You go out, you get mad at five. Five is out here, at the soccer game or whatever. The fan get the curtain on him. F Brandon Aiyuk. Ooh, we all know the story by now.
Yeah.
Then you pop out and you talking about something. Why you always laughing? Take the smile out your face, something like that. Like get your turn your savage up. You know what I mean? And he added the man. Then you come back and you talking about, Five text me, said this is my team. This is his team. I'm on his team now. First of all, that's cap. That's cap. Five ain't text you that. And then you talking about, we're on the team now. So you got to handle with my rules. You follow my rules. It's my team. Then you come back and I'm a grown ass man. You sipping your little red wine, whatever. All right, whatever. You bluffing. Then you go on and say, stop running behind your mama. That's when I believe you, when you stop running behind your mama. But then you come right back after that, holding up the cleats with this brand. It was funny.
With the Commander's hat.
With the Commander's hat, but I saw a post like Brandon Aiyuk is the only person that has a clothing line that nobody wears but him.
Nobody.
He don't sell it. He ain't promoting it.
Him and Gilbert Arenas, the only two.
He's the only one wearing it. And it's just like, this nigga got cleats, he got polos, he got everything. He ordering all samples is what they saying. But yeah, so yeah, you come out, you bluffing. And like I off gate, I'm like, come on, you. Like, what did you expect Jayden to say? It's nothing Jayden could say in that moment. Jayden stayed true to who he was. He laughed the dude out. I would expect Jayden to do nothing different in that situation. All right, now you come out and you talking about his mother, you talking about this and that. And immediately I'm like, nah, they got to be trolling. Like, you know what I mean? If you my man, best friend, 50 grand or not, you ain't, you know what I mean? You just not going to publicly say something like that unless you know I'm already cool with that. You know what I mean? Unless we be joning. Like, you know what I mean? Like how me and Reedie, we call each other words all the time. You know what I mean? That's our relationship though. But you know what I mean? You go on. So if he went on the internet and did it, you know what I mean? It's one thing, but to that's why I'm saying it's trolling basically. Like they trolling, they going back and forth. The internet is not used to seeing that relationship. That's what I'm a basking. But the thought came from when I got the call from my counterpart, my brother. He on his, he like stepping back a little bit, going back to the original Reedie, like. Yeah, it's over for your man. It's over for him. And he's done. His chances here is over. And you know what I mean? He called that man mother out, and he's done. You can the exact words was, yeah, your lock ain't a lock no more. It's over. And I don't want to bask in that. I'm rolling with he trolling. So talk about it, Reedie. Why you switching up? Because I can tell when Reedie about to switch up.
All right. So I was a little emotional in the moment because it was fresh off the press, and I didn't really interpret it right. I do think under further investigation that it was trolling, but the immediate when it first hit, it looked worse than what it was. Then as the more and more he said more and more, it was like, oh, they playing or something. But it just, and then you see Jayden's response with the KD, with the thumbs down, all that. Like, it's like, okay, cool. They may be trolling. But my position is this. I was okay with the trolling of the 49ers doing this and doing that, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was kind of getting to the point where I'm like, bro, all right, we get what happened. Just chill. Just let it play out. Get to training camp. Do what you need to do. File your paperwork with the league. Get reinstated. Come off the left squad list. Do all of that. Show up. Make them release you. Then sign with us if that's what you're going to do. Like, it's just getting to a point where it's like, all right, you doing too much. You dragging it too much. You dragging, bro. Too long. So I'm just like, all right, then you come out, you talking about the man mother. Like, I don't think under no circumstances, I don't care how, good of friends you are, this is and the third. That was kind of like a low shot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like even that's just like me and you. If I said something about your mother, I'm going to say it to you. I'm not going to say it to the internet. Like, if I say it to you, the hit is going to be different than if I say it to the internet. Because if I say it to the internet, even though it may be true, and we both know it's true because we had that relationship, it's still going to be like, damn, bro, you trying to like disrespect me in front of millions. You know what I'm saying? People on the internet. So I just felt like that was just like too much. But it just didn't make sense what he was saying, the verbiage. And it just was like giving just like, all right, you shut the fuck up, you. We tired of keep handing this shit. Just get to, if you're gonna sign, you're gonna sign. I'm not saying that I'm going back on saying I want him. I want him as a football player, but I don't want the antics. I don't want all of the extra stuff that comes along with this. Like, if he's the Brandon Aiyuk of old, when he was putting up them yards and he was putting up them catches and he was mixing niggas off the line and doing all of that, quiet. I want him. If he to me, he doesn't look injured. The stuff that he's doing on these videos, the way his knees is bending, he's moving and all that, he's not hurt. I'm telling you that his ACL is repaired. If he has that range of motion and doing all of this for somebody that tore their ACL, I know he is fine. He's fine. I ain't seen him run a route, but just the way he's moving around, no limping, no favoring, no nothing, kicking soccer balls, all of that, he's fine. But I just want to, if we're going to get him, sign him. But I just feel like it got to a point where it's just like too much, bro. Like, just chill, chill. And if we're going to sign you, we're going to sign you. If they ain't, they ain't. Clearly, the alternative is not the alternative because we went out and we signed somebody today. So he's been free. What Drake say? I just want to be free. He's been free. So if they wanted to bring him here, they would have brought him here already. So that's another nugget that we gotta live with.
So yeah, let's go on to the other side of the spectrum. John, you have been anti-Aiyuk. You called him Cry-Aiyuk. You got your there you go, anti-Aiyuk, F-Aiyuk. Talk about it, John. How you feel about
new merch coming? No,
when you saw that, John knows, huh?
Hey, look, out on the anti-Aiyuk, tank all off season. This was just what I needed to, maybe sit up straight a little bit. Say, here, I'm leaning it back. I ain't really want Aiyuk. I've been vocal about it. First off, I appreciate Zee coming in and being like, Reedie, you thought this was a safe space. You thought another thing. But I appreciate the fact that now, if we gonna get Aiyuk, first of all, if y'all be saying when it's a lot, if it even comes about,
y'all don't say y'all. Say who said it, John.
You two up there said when.
I never said it was.
No,
I'm saying like
he said a lock. You said when.
I mean, because it felt like a lock at a certain point. It was just like, all right, well, damn, it's all the tea leaves was falling towards that was going to happen. Now I don't fucking know what's going to happen. Like, even Juan's getting on here cussing at the top of the show. He never cusses. Like, what? Like, stuff happens. We don't know what's going to happen. This is like an episode of House of Dragon. Even though we know what's going to happen, we still don't know what's going to happen.
Hey, Brandon Aiyuk thought he was the Dragon Warrior, and he turned out to be Chen Lao. Absolutely a fraud. Now you're going to talk about your mama on Instagram stories, Instagram lives. Talking about something. Hey, man, I'm going to need you to back up your mama. You're going to talk to me like this. I'm like, all right. Like, I mean, like Z said, we all be, you know, joking and you know, cussing each other out on these lives. Oh, I told, you know, back on the Triple C, I said, oh, I'm a, you know, squash Z in this match, and he won. And then we were like, all right, we cool. It's brotherly love. Either they at a an Oscar-worthy level of trolling, or 5 looking back like, man, I can only help you so much. Now you bring Mama 5 into this. Oh yeah, it's raps. And you think the front office wants this? They just got rid of the Snyder stench off Northwest. Now you bringing in some West Coast bullshit. Oh, it's raps on this boy. It's over for him in DC. His chances were, y'all were saying 50-50, 70-30. I was saying 60-40, the opposite direction. We had a 90-10. This is lean ground beef for him coming to DC.
So he got a 10% chance to sign with us, is what you're saying.
Scott Steiner got a better chance at being Kurt Angle than he does coming to DC at this point.
Okay. So, Mr. Gotti himself.
PG.
Let's let talk about it, bro. How you feeling?
I've been waiting patiently, you know, first and foremost, you know, USA. Second of all, John, your background looks amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little jealous. I want something like that, man. Shout out to your background. Third of all, man, look, I really don't understand how they, at first I'm like trolling. I was like, you can say that, but I don't get the result. What are they expecting to happen?
Yeah,
like, correct. Okay, they troll. They feel like it's Brandon. This feels like if they are trolling, this is Brandon Aiyuk's last like resort or push shot. to try last shot to try to get the 49ers to freedom, because they're assuming, oh, they not cool no more. The Washington Commanders ain't gonna be interested in no more because they taking shots at their quarterback. Oh, all right, and that's gonna get me released. No, why would the 49ers care?
Juan? That's fucking genius. I didn't even process that, Juan. That's a great point.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking. And I'm like, they don't care about that. Like, they're not going to release you because of your back and forth with Jayden Daniels. At the end of the day, I don't think Brandon Aiyuk is going to play football this year. I'm kind of like, I'm not disappointed, but it kind of shows how fandom, like how I allow fans to kind of influence my decision. Because if you want to be honest and go a while back, me and John, I was with John originally. Like I don't dislike Brandon Aiyuk for his reasons or whatever his reasons are. But like I didn't want him, and that was because I haven't seen him play football in 2 years. I don't know how the knee is. He didn't seem like he wanted to play football. I had my reasons, but then I came around to it eventually, and like I'm like, okay, it seemed like it's gonna happen, and then clearly we sit here now, month of July, it's not gonna happen. I'm over it. They're not gonna sign my boy Diggs. Meanwhile, he's out there working his ass off. He's gonna end up getting signed by a team and be a major piece for a team. We're not gonna sign him. Clearly, if we did, we would have been did it since we signed Rasul Douglas. So. A little note on Diggs, he put up 1,000 yards last year and he only played 50% of the snaps for New England last year. Imagine if he'd have played 60-70%. That's seeming like 1,100, 1,200 yard receiver to me, if you ask me. And that's Stephon Diggs at 31, not Buffalo Stephon Diggs, by the way. But we're not going to sign my boy Diggs. I don't think Brandon Aiyuk is going to come here no longer. I don't really get the troll job. And I'm going to just call it what it is. If they are trolling, that's championship from Jayden Daniels' standpoint. Like, that's some corny ass shit. I love 5, but like, what is the purpose of it? That's why was there a game? It was no game. Like, this is what I'm gonna say. From Brandon Aiyuk's part, it was no game because the 49ers ain't gonna release you because you're now beefing with the Washington Commanders. They don't care. On Jayden Daniels' standpoint, this is why I say it's corny as champ on his standpoint, because now he just created unnecessary drama when he gets to camp. You know, soon as he steps to the mic, that's all they gonna care. That's all they gonna ask him about now. And there's gonna be questions and questions about the back and forth with back and forth with Brandon Aiyuk now. And you know he ain't gonna give him nothing. He ain't gonna say nothing. He gonna either deflect it, say next question. There's unnecessary drama that he brought upon himself if they are trolling, regardless. If they not trolling, it's already out there. So be prepared for the first 5 questions aimed at Jayden Daniels. When the first time he steps to the media in the camp, it's just gonna be about this. You know what I mean? Yep. What do I personally think? Do I think they're trolling? Originally, I didn't. I'm gonna be a little selfish. I mean, I'm gonna speak for all of us. Shit, fuck it. Hey, if you trolling, keep trolling. Shit, you ran up 50,000 on my Instagram video. Reedie and Zee about 50,000 too. So shit, if y'all want to keep,
they pulling numbers.
I told Reedie the other day. I said them motherfucking Aiyuk numbers are going crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So selfish.
One of them joints hit like 200 and something.
That's what I'm saying. So if you want to keep trolling, keep trolling. But I don't see the purpose or benefit of it. I don't think they trolling. I don't know, man. I'm over it. I'm drained, man. Fucking Van Jefferson season, man. Let's do it. I seen somebody. No, bro, we ain't gonna do
Luke
nothing.
McCaffrey 1000. Let's go.
No.
How we
go? Time out.
How we just gonna skip over?
Wolf said I fell asleep. I was in my phone looking at messages on Instagram. And then I just hear something say Van Jefferson.
But at this point, what do we ain't gonna get my boy Diggs. Aiyuk ain't coming here. So they're going to keep Van Jefferson.
What about your man Lukey Pookie?
No, hold on. Let me clear it up. I'm not saying Van Jefferson.
What did Soulja Boy say? Van Jefferson?
Drake.
Drake. Go ahead, Juan. My bad.
Nah, let me clear it up. I'm not saying Van Jefferson in terms of like he about to be an ultra contributor. I'm saying Van Jefferson in more of a Van Jefferson, I guess. Like, you know, like we gotta settle.
Just makes the roster at this point.
He's gonna make the team. And like hindsight looking at it, it ain't the worst thing ever. Like Van Jefferson ain't fucking Malik. What's his man? What's my man name? I was gone off. Like Michael Gallup selling opium and thinking he about to do. And he ain't Noah Brown. He a Super Bowl winner. He's cool. We could do a lot worse than Van Jefferson. I'm just to the point where it's like at this point, we ain't getting Diggs. We ain't getting Aiyuk. This is what we gotta settle for. Hopefully, Dayami pans out. Hopefully, Van pans out. Hopefully, Luke McCaffrey takes a step forward. Shit, I'm not really too high on Jalen Lane as a receiver. I feel like they should use him as a gadget guy. I think they need to put some weight on him and use him like Kevon Turpin. Give him some handoffs. You spent a 4th round pick on that dude, man. You got to get some type of value out of him. I, at this point, don't think you can at the receiver position. Too small. Hopefully, Antonio Williams can come in and immediately impact the team, but that's the scary part. I hate the fact that this Aiyuk situation ain't work out, or it doesn't seem like it's going to work out. Or I hate the fact that they aren't being aggressive and getting the Diggs, because I think they're setting themselves up for putting too much pressure on Antonio Williams. He's a 3rd round pick, yes, an immediate day 1 impact guy that you want. But I hate this for him, because if he doesn't live up to the immediate day 1 impact that they feel like he can or should, the fans gonna turn on him quick like that. And I hate that for him, because he needs to be allowed to develop and grow at a dare I say, average pace, but a realistic pace. But I think people are putting him on a pedestal because we need somebody so desperately to help out Terry McLaurin. And if he doesn't do it immediately, I feel like the fans gonna turn on him. You heard it here first from me. I'm not expecting Antonio Williams to be 1,000 yards, 800 first season. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. But I'm not turning on him the whole 17 weeks, because I'm expecting him to be a rookie, produce, but not come out the gates expecting 1,000 yards from him. That's just not fit to me, especially if he's not a 1st round pick.
Yeah. I was with you on all that until you said fans would turn on A-Dub. And I don't fully disagree, but I think it's a different case compared to Luke and Jalen. Antonio coming out of Clemson was a full-fledged, ran the route tree, played in a big-time team in the ACC, went through the Dabo Sweeney wide receiver school of making wide receivers, and Clemson's made some decent one over the years, especially from Dabo. And even the media was like, no, that's a great value pick, considering Clemson was supposed to be a top team and they were a top bottom team in the ACC. So compared to Luke McCaffrey, we all went, Who the fuck
In
is
the
that
third
guy?
round? Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I
And
get it.
then
I get
Jayden
it.
Lane. I think it's a little different now. I don't think you're far off with fans turning. I just don't think if he doesn't put up, if he gets relatively close to what Debo gave us, which was 707, if he gave us 550,
That's a massive year.
Yeah, even if I would say even if he does let's say 550 and 5, right? 550 yards, 5 touchdowns. With this new offense, Jayden finally back, Terry and them boys, I call that a success for him because we're going to be using Rashad and Bill and Katron a lot more than probably the wide receivers. And you have Chigakonko, who's going to be essentially wide receiver 2 to the people. I don't think they'll turn on him that fast. I think they'll probably turn on Jalen, Luke, and the rest of the wide receiver cores faster than they'll turn on A-Dub. But you're not far off.
I honestly, I'm not mad at that, but I honestly feel like you kind of proved why fans would turn on him soon because they're expecting him to be this productive guy at Clemson that he was. My biggest thing is I'm not saying he can't make that transition because he is more of a traditional wide receiver. I think he can. I just hate that fans are going to expect that from him day one. And it's like, come on, he's still a third round pick. He's still a rookie. He's going to have a wall. Unless it's like just the seamless transition on some Puka Nacua timing, maybe. Like I'm trying to think of a mid to late round receiver that just got it day one. I mean, I guess you can use Terry, but like a non first round pick receiver, like you know what I'm saying, getting it day one is kind of rare. So I don't think he can. I'm hoping, but I don't want to like put that expectation on. But at the same time, that's why the Aiyuk situation kind of hurts because it's like you're stuck at square one, kind of sort of, because it's like who is going to help out Terry McLaurin at the receiver 2 position? I understand that Chigakongo may ultimately be the number 2 weapon, but we still need a number 2 receiver alongside Terry McLaurin. And I think that is what's going to haunt him for the rest of his career. You know what I mean? When we look back at Terry McLaurin's career, because they already making a comparison to Santana Moss. I think I seen somebody tweet it out like, why doesn't Terry get the same kind of respect and love that Santana get? And I kind of agree to an extent, but I also understand I'm a little younger, so it kind of can be biasness in a sense. But I do understand that people cherish Santana more than Terry, but Terry's about to pass him in yards and things like that. So ultimately, to me, I feel like he would probably end up having a better career in a sense. But I think what's going to haunt him is kind of the similar things that did 8 to the 9. It's not having a running mate for a period of time and
consistent QB play.
So I'm still there with Terry. It's like we need to get somebody that's going to help him out. And that's why we were so big on Aiyuk or Diggs or somebody like that. But
hey, well, no, shout out to Base for Zion, giving one of y'all's channels a super chat saying Algorithm Games, Aiyuk a commander by camp. Relax. Hey fam.
Shout out to Base for Zion. I think that's me.
Probably shout out to him. I don't know.
Hey John, that's the best analysis you gave in months.
What'd he say?
Everything he said was A1. Everything he said was A1.
Is Reedie having a good night tonight? He done gave me props. He done gave John props. You had a little parlay over there?
No, I should have bet it. But yeah, John, like that, like I totally agree with John. Like, I don't necessarily think that the fans are going to turn on him. We got to remember that at Clemson, they had a bad year. You know what I'm saying? He had some injuries. Like, he was touted as a first-round pick if you take away this season. So, like, he definitely has the ability to be a key contributor in this offense. And like John said, like, if you get 500 to 600 yards, 5 touchdowns, that's a solid season for a rookie, a third round,
especially as a number 2.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's going the number 2 responsibilities, like he said, is going to fall on the Chigakonko if we don't bring in a Brandon Aiyuk, if we don't bring in a aforementioned other receiver that we didn't mention ad nauseum. You know what I'm saying? The Keenan Allen's on the market, the Tyreek Hill's on the market. Other guys that are proven commodities in this league. I think that we will be fine. I think it's going to be, Zee's guy, De'Ami Brown, or a Treylon Burks. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody else has to ascend. And I also agree with him on the point of they're definitely going to be on Jalen Lane. They're definitely going to be on Luke McCaffrey to do more than him. I think maybe if this was like year 2, year 3 for Antonio Williams, then you may have a more of a valid point, Juan. But I don't think
Story.
they're going to turn on him. But I do understand your point that you're making that he is kind of being shunned into that number 2 role based off of his ability and what the fan base may believe that he can bring to the table.
Not even just that though. I mean, AP and them came out kind of talking about him early. You know, Dan Quinn keeps talking about him, and then the media as camp went along, he was one of the first names we heard through all the camps, mini camp,
the photos, the videos, OTAs,
everything.
So,
They just
and that's why
they really pushed him. So it's like if he was kind of forced upon us in a way, in the sense that like you look back and be like, oh damn, like all right, they put him here now, and we have this expectation of him. Whereas like you can't really, and again, like even with my expectation, I think he'll do well. How well, I don't know. I was sitting here listening to Juan when he was saying, 1,000 yards, 800 yards. I'm sitting here saying like, shit, based on what they were saying, he might get 700-800 yards.
And that's the thing, though. Like that. What I'm saying is, I think we all agree. Like 500 yards is good. I think that's good. But what I'm saying, we know our fans, man. Like once we get to September, October, let him go out there and he go missing for a game. You know how? That's what all I'm saying is. I know our fans are gonna be weird and turn on him and expect him because let him go out there and light it up the first 3 weeks, and then he hit a rookie wall or something like that, right? And you already know how they're gonna talk. So that's all I'm saying. But I think we're all on the same page with understanding, like, man, any type of production, really 500-600 yard production is really good because we have not had that true receiver 2 production since John Dawson. And the reason I didn't say Debo is because Terry wasn't out there to give us his guaranteed 1,000 yards. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I mean, I've been saying it all season long, being a dead horse. I think Terry McLaurin being hurt is the biggest reason why Debo Samuel isn't here. Hear me out. The reason I say that is because people look down upon Debo's production because he was the only guy that we had with a credible name out there. So he had to come here and be a receiver 1 because Terry wasn't there. Had Terry McLaurin been there and gave us his 1,100 yards plus Debo Samuel 700 receiving yards or total yards on offense, y'all would be crowning him like, oh man, that was a good trade. That was a good receiver 2 weapon. But since Terry McLaurin wasn't out there to give him his production that he normally gives him, he had to rise up and his expectation changed. And now people are, I'm good off Debo. He fat. He this, that, and the third. Debo Samuel
make him a tight end.
He was really solid for us. And if we can get that kind of production out of Tony Williams coped with the Terry McLaurin 1,000 yards, we'll be really look good. Now, if we find ourselves in the same predicament again, y'all are going to not turn on Antonio because he's a rookie, but y'all are going to look at him like, wow, maybe that wasn't
a little
enough.
Sour.
Because, so I think it all depends.
Debo Samuel was by far our best player last year on both sides of the football. So that whole narrative that's out there that he's fat, he's slow, he's this, he's that, that's cap.
Yeah, I hate how they doing Debo.
Yeah,
it's cap.
I was saying bringing him back early in the offseason.
And they should have. And Juan, to your point, you're exactly right. If a Terry McLaurin was out there with him, if a Noah Brown could have stayed healthy, things would have looked a lot different.
I forgot all about his ass. That's a good point.
Things would have looked a lot different. Like Debo was supposed to be your gadget guy, your little in the mix guy. Debo,
you're number 2.
He would have got the yak and all of that stuff like that because people would have kind of forgot about him. He's underneath, and you got he's a nightmare, a matchup nightmare. Terry and Noah Brown doing your upper routes and your up top routes and stuff like that. He down there. The Noah Brown is a good blocker down the field, so the yak coverage and all of that could have been better. JD5 being hurt, all of those things contributed to Debo Samuel not getting the production that we thought he should have. And I thought he still had good production for what he had.
707.
He's not a number 1 receiver.
73 catches?
He's not a number 1 receiver. He's not a take the top off the defense type of guy.
And he was hurt for a couple of games.
And he was hurt as well. So that narrative that's out there that Debo Samuel was the problem, you're smoking crack. You must be smoking that K2. Where my man Mike at? They smoking that K2, Mike.
Where's my clip?
That's crazy, bro. Like they smoking some good, like to have, like even right now. Why not bring him back? He may not necessarily be in the plans of what they're trying to do, but I would bring him back. He's a viable option. He was a good teammate.
What kind of narcotic do you have?
You know, so I don't prescribe to that.
Yeah.
Like that whole narrative
I
that
wasn't
is
either.
Because think about our offense right now with Debo Samuel, Terry Debo, Okonkwo, Antonio Williams, De'Ami Brown, Traylon. Like this offense,
You feel better already.
Exactly.
I feel better about that.
And realistically, right? Like we have depth at the running back position.
Yep.
But technically, how confident are we in the running back position in terms of a passing game and things like that? We're hoping Bill could step up and be this running back one. And
Rashad is your Eckler parallel.
I mean, from the spring, and not to put too much into it, but maybe they believe Rashad White is your every down back. That's a thought.
It's a thought.
Bill was on the off. He was on the side field. He really wasn't there too much. Maybe they got an extra look at Antonio. At Rashad White to be. But again, we're all rooting for Bill.
And maybe Jerome Ford might be sneaky on the back end. We don't
make this roster.
We don't know.
J-Mac is still here. That the only reason I don't think that Ford is gonna make this roster is because we drafted K-Tron Allen. Now, if I had to choose, J-Mac, thank you for your services. I would prefer to have Jerome Ford because he's a ball. He was like that in Cleveland, but I understand J-Mac. He wears too many hats here. Special teams guy, can pass.
Jeremy ain't no slouch.
He's not. He obviously tough runner, can break it. Him like Austin Eckler, but more so him. You hand the ball off on 2nd and 22, thinking, all right, we're just gonna get some game. Or 3rd and 13 to get some room for the punter. He might mess around and break it off and turn into a first down. So
remember the Raiders game. He went for like 65 on one play when he should have been down for 5 yards.
Exactly. So I understand their love for J-Mac. It's gonna be tough to decipher this running back room, but it's a deep room. But talent, top heavy, may not be necessarily there unless Bill just has this magnificent jump.
Yeah. I want to go back to what Z said, talking about Antonio real quick, being the word he used was forced. I don't think that's the right word. I'm going to use spotlighted simply because everyone and their mama has already talked about Sonny Styles' pre-draft process, post-draft process, defensively. Like when you look at the defensive photos, he's in every one. When you look at the defensive interviews, he's in every one. I think Antonio was our offensive equivalent because we didn't get too many weapons or too many offensive pieces last offseason. Outside of Chig and the backup wide receivers, he's your young bull, if you want to call him that, on the offense. He's going to be your parallel with Terry, if that's the case. Forced isn't the right word, but I know where you're going with that, meaning like he's been, pushed heavy. I feel like spotlighted or even pushed is a better phrasing for it, but I know what you're trying to say. I just feel like forced wasn't the greatest word for it. That's just me.
Respect. So,
but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So I'll take that one.
No, John, you got to learn how to stand on your ground, man, in the media game.
No.
Man, if you got a point, man.
I've been on this all off season. This is my ground to stand on.
John like to play both sides.
John wants to out. He wants to out. Like you gotta take them hits in them comments. They gonna get you at some point. You gotta like stand 10 toes down and just argue your point. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. Fuck it.
Well, I've been in that off season. I still got comments from 2 years saying, man, anyone can start a podcast. Then start one. See where you go.
Right,
futuristic. Will, you brought this up on Twitter already. I don't gotta play the video. Kick the tires on Van Jefferson.
Yeah, I seen that. I
just pulled up the receipts.
I just like to say that Reedie was first. The first one to say, don't be surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. I see some people are coming over to the light now and starting to see
with Van Jefferson. I mean, I really more so said Van Jefferson out of
that's what I was going to ask.
Of like, because we have no choice. I don't want Van Jefferson. I'd rather have Allen Brown.
But that's what I was going to ask. So, all right, going through the receiver room, Corey, of course, and we've been through this scenario a million times.
Yep.
Terry McLaurin. I'm in no particular order. Terry McLaurin, Luke McCaffrey, Antonio Williams. Treylon Burks, De'Ami Brown, Jalen Lane, Van Jefferson, Jacoby Jones, Nick Nash, Jaden Bradley, Chris Hilton. Like, are you guaranteeing that? How can we guarantee Van Jefferson makes the team when you have Trey will be one? Luke, I don't expect Luke to be cut. I'll be surprised. Antonio Williams won't be cut. So that's 3. Treylon Burks, they seem to love. That's 4. De'Ami is on the bubble, I guess. Ish.
Yeah.
But say 5. Lane will be back. That's 6. So now we're at 6 wide receivers. You got Van Jefferson, Jones, Bradley, Hilton, and Nick Nash left. And we saying we need another receiver, but no, let's not even get into that. Without getting another receiver, like, is he going to get that? Is he going to beat Luke out for the number? If they stay with 6 receivers, is Van Jefferson going to win the roster spot over Luke?
The only reason why he won't win the roster spot over Luke, and I hate this, is because of the special teams play that Luke brings. If you take his kick return ability out, and Dan Quinn is on record, I can pull up the press conference when he said that they was putting other dudes running. He prefers a running back.
Yeah, he's talking Bill.
Yeah. Oh, and this is that and the third. If you replace that, he is not as great as people think he is. If I'm talking about apples and oranges, and I say receiver for receiver, Van Jefferson, and I'm not making a point for Van Jefferson to make the team. I'm just saying how I look at receiver.
Well, no, don't scale back. You are making a point for making the team. You said it early on in the offseason that he will make the team.
Don't be surprised if he's on this team.
Well, that means you're advocating that he will because you said it and you've been saying it nonstop.
All right, so I'm just saying because I feel like he finds a way to make teams. Every time you count him out, he's on teams.
Really? I mean, that's a good question.
That's before us. Like Luke, to me, you sat here and said De'Ami's on the bubble, but Luke's a lock. How?
Only reason I said
wide receiver. That's why I said.
Only reason I said that is because of it being year 3, and he was a draft pick. That's the only reason I'm saying it. We already know I prefer De'Ami Brown on this team over Luke. That's not an argument. I think De'Ami's better. But as far as how it works, a guy that they drafted, somebody that they're gonna try to keep around to see what they got. Yeah, it's very rare you see guys cut
in year 2, year 3. So
I mean, but they typically aren't doing anything when that happens. Yeah. No production.
But I mean, that's what they did with John Hampton.
They got rid of Jahan in year 3.
But Jahan got traded by people that didn't draft him.
I mean, Luke was a project from the get-go. So,
100%.
He was never a wide receiver. He was a quarterback that they tried to Terrell Pryor 2.0. You know what I mean? Like, he's only, and I'm just going to keep it a buck, he's only here because of his family's name, his daddy and his brother. It's just like the Mello and the Ball brothers, the third brother, he's really bunned, and he's finding a way to be in the league.
Or Giannis's brothers.
Well, the third brother, the best one, technically. I ain't mean to get too technical, but
yeah, I'm saying
I get what you're trying to say.
One of them a rapper.
The brother is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying it because it was, the father, the other son, great. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just think we get caught up, fan base gets caught up in this loop. Like, why do y'all love him so much? He's not all that.
I love Luke, man, because I think he's a guy that you feel me. How can I put this in a word? You always need that scrappy guy that can do it all. I don't think he's been utilized more of the best. I think he's always open. They just never look his way. He has not dropped a single pass thrown his way. He's always open in the red zone. Every single pass that he's catched in the red zone ultimately ends up in points. I think he needs to be utilized more. Yes, he's not the fastest. He's not the swiftiness, whatever. But I do think he's looking more like comfortable in this receiver role. This is the most fluid he's ever looked at the position. I think. Go ahead.
I agree with you on what you said about him being open and all of that. But my thing is this: if I'm a coach and we didn't have no fucking body, right? We had numerous injuries, and he's a guy. You don't think I'm going to game plan for him? Like, at what point did they? I get he got injured. He had to show the injury or whatever. So I gotta be mindful of that. Like, but at some point, like they were hurt week 2. Like he wasn't hurt week 2. He was hurt like week 6.
I don't think the offense was even.
So either that's piss poor coaching to recognize that.
Hey,
you bringing Robbie Chosen off the bench, off the street.
That is a Cliff. That is a Cliff and Quinn decision. I think we all complained about that one. Like you got like we were saying, use Brooks, use Luke, use him, and you said, "Hey yo, Robbie, come here real quick."
That's just my point about Luke. Like I think I really can't. Like y'all know how I felt last year about him. He was on my. I want him out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But this year that just passed, he played much better, and I was coming around and say, okay, he improved. He did improve. But I'm just saying, like this whole like he's a lock to make the rock. Fuck out of here. And y'all saying other guys like Treylon Burke is better than him as a receiver. Like the only thing that gives him the upper to these guys is he plays kick return. That's it. That's the only special thing he plays, kick return.
I don't think nobody said he was better than Burks.
No, but I'm just saying, every time you hear on anybody's channel, any fan, any comment, everybody's always saying, Luke, oh, well, so you got this, you got Terry, you got the only fucking lock on this team is Terry and Antonio Williams. As far as wide receivers, everybody was like, oh, Luke, so ain't no fucking lock. He's not a lock.
Just basing it off how the league moves.
I mean, I get how the league moves, but somebody can outwork him in camp. Y'all just.
I mean, that's absolutely
might be the case.
Absolutely, but what we're saying is it has to be a blatant like outwork. Like you can look at the situation where, oh yeah, he totally fucking outworked him. Cut Luke. Like if it's even close, they're probably going to keep Luke and cut the other guy. But also, this feeds into the other question that I was going to ask. Jalen Bradley been getting a lot of talks, a lot of hype around him. So you know, what I mean, even in a situation like that, can we say Van Jefferson makes the team?
I don't know.
You got Jalen Bradley there. Do you want to risk putting him on practice squad and getting stolen?
I don't want to risk
Van Jefferson.
No, no.
I mean,
that's the politics that come down to something like that. If Jalen Bradley continues to ascend and do his thing, like you don't want him to get
size and speed.
If he gets to the street, they're going to pluck him quick. So if it came down to a situation with that, they will probably end up trying to get rid of him. I don't even know if he's to the point where he can even be brought back to the practice squad because he's been on that one. Or did they change the rule?
Nah, anybody can be on a practice squad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I remember it was one point that a certain amount of years you couldn't be on the practice squad, but
that rule's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that point's gone. Yeah, I know where you're going with that though, but I think that part's gone.
And don't get me wrong, like I'm not.
You can't put a player on the active roster back on the practice squad like back and forth like that throughout the season. So it's like a limit on that. But as far as
if it's the offseason
on the practice squad, anybody.
Yeah,
they changed that after COVID or some shit.
That's why J-Mac or C-Rod was always back and forth. It was one of the two because if one was going up, one had to go back.
So, okay, I pose this question to you. All right, you bring in a Brandon Aiyuk, right? Say they bring in somebody else. Say they bring in Brandon Aiyuk and they bring in Diggs. Just like, or a Cheetah or something like that. Or say they bring in a Debo and they bring in a Brandon Aiyuk. Or vice versa, whoever you want. That's Terry, them three. Where's the math getting in? Then are y'all ready to say that Luke gets cut? Where's he falling in that hierarchy?
You could.
I'm gonna keep the Army.
I would keep the Army all day, but one would argue Burks or the Army. One would argue Luke. It could go either way, but you know,
Jalen Lane's still out there. He's the punt returner. He can't get cut.
This is year 2.
Nope.
Man. I don't see him.
He's not. So he counts against that wide receiver.
Unfortunately,
I don't see them cutting their third round pick though. Especially a third round pick that's that's versatile. If he was just a pure receiver, that has been putting up the same production that he's put up to the first 2 years, maybe you have a point. But the fact that they utilize him in so many different ways, and they believe that he's just now climbing, I really think Luke. I really think the benefit that they're giving him is truly understand that he was a project, that he wasn't a pure receiver.
Multiple ways that they utilize him. They utilize him in 2 ways. 2 ways: kick returner and wide receiver. What other ways do they use him on?
Well, shit. Technically, versatile.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in 2 ways. But when I'm thinking of that, I'm saying he's kick returner, he's on punt return, he's on punt coverage, he's a gunner, he's this.
Then in that way, what is your reason to keep Jalen Lane? Then he doesn't do shit for a receiver, but he's a dangerous punt returner, and because he's in year 2,
that outweighs that his dangerous as a punt returner outweighs his ability as a receiver.
So why doesn't Luke McCaffrey's ability to get the ball?
He gets to the 30, Juan.
Gets to the 30, 25. Luke ain't broke shit, Juan.
He broke shit.
He ain't had no touchdown yet. He haven't even had one called back yet. Come on, Juan.
He gets to at least the 40 every single time.
Nah, that's cap.
Every single time, that's cap.
Bruh, what?
That's cap.
That's cap.
Okay.
Now you call.
I was about to pull out I was about to do my research because I could have sworn that's what I seen.
Hey, Juan, I don't think
though.
To your point, Juan, he does get close to the 40. Okay, I give you that. But that's not enough. The fucking ball is not going, like, they can't even, I mean, that ain't that hard to do.
So my thing is
anymore it's not hard.
To you,
this is why I said you would have to trade him.
To who's pushing out their 3rd round pick? I know y'all keep speaking of hypotheticals. Oh, this is gonna have to happen. This is gonna have to happen. But let's be realistic. Nobody's on this roster threatening Luke McCaffrey's position right now. He's their 3rd round pick going into year 3 and especially year 3 of a transition of where he's just now becoming comfortable as a receiver. I'm not telling you Luke McCaffrey's gonna come out here and give you 600-700 yards, but I'm telling you there's a way that you can utilize him and his strong suits in this specific offense. What is his strong suit? He's able to find grass and get open. Oh, well, Juan, anybody can do that. Why the hell they ain't doing it then? Luke McCaffrey's always open. To me, he doesn't have the player build of it, but to me, he's one of our best red zone threats. I put him up there with Chig, Terry, and who else do you want to say in the passing game? That's a passing red zone threat. He's up there. I think with the opportunities, you'll be able to see whether he can truly play or not. But me speaking on, he gets open, that gets old quick, and I understand that. But you have to watch the games to understand. He's open all the time. That he's on the field.
5 not throwing him the ball.
5 wasn't out there for 10 weeks last year. Last time I seen him in 5 on the field.
Season to your point. I said that all the time. I was like, damn, Zee, Luke is open. Luke is open. They never threw his ass the ball.
Well, he was a rookie. And you had other guys like Jamison Crowder, Lamade Zacchaeus, and Zach Ertz that were chipping in. He was throwing at anybody. De'Ami Brown, right? He was throwing at any and everybody. Luke McCaffrey had his fair shares. But to your point, why wasn't 5 throwing the ball? The last 2 times that they were on the field together, week 5, they connected on a deep ball. Week 6, they connected on a touchdown. And then after that, 5 got hurt in the Dallas game.
And I think 2 weeks after that, Luke got hurt.
Luke got hurt on a punt return. He broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
So
I think if Luke stayed fully healthy, he would have put up 450 to 500 yards because he was on pace for that.
I'm going to pose this question. I hear you guys' point. I'm going to pose this question. To your point, Juan, you said who is getting rid of their 3rd round, their whatever pick he 3rd round pick, whatever. So Ben Sinnott, right? 2nd round pick, right? 2nd round pick. This fan base is saying he might get cut. This, that, and the 3rd. The same thing. It's the same.
Really. No, it's not.
Explain.
The reason why it's not is because you don't have 2 receivers like you have 2 tight ends that are guaranteed locks. John Bates, the best blocking tight end in the league, he's not going anywhere. He's here for the future, and he's going to have a much broader opportunities to be involved in his passing game. Chigga Kongwu, you went out and invested into a top free agent and paid him top dollar to be your tight end one. There is not another receiver on this roster that clearly pushes Luke McCaffrey out. As Z said, they're going to have to outwork Luke McCaffrey this summer, and it's going to have to be by a landslide. If it's close, they're not going to pick that guy over Luke McCaffrey, especially if Luke McCaffrey provides you a versatile ability. To me, the tight end Ben Sinnott, he's not going to get cut. But if he was to get cut, I wouldn't be surprised. I think Kosin Yankoff is better than him. I personally do. I think Kosin Yankoff provides you better services at this point than Ben Sinnott. I think Ben Sinnott has an opportunity to be better in this offense. But how is his production going to even climb if you went out and paid top dollar for a tight end one that you expect a lot of, a tight end two who you just paid, who's the best blocking tight end in the league, and he has improved as a pass catcher? Where is the room for Ben Sinnott to actually grow and thrive in this offense? There's no room for that.
I think
looking at the receiver position, I'm not telling you Luke McCaffrey's going to give you these numbers, but technically speaking, there's a path and a receiver room that has an opening for Luke McCaffrey to provide you true production. Because again, the same argument we've had all night is there's no true number two, or shit even number three, to really help Terry McLaurin besides a rookie Antonio Williams, and that's still to be questioned. Treylon Burks still to be questioned. I am very high on the potential of this room, but right now we don't know what this room is outside of 17.
I would argue the point that the path to a number 3 is more solidified. Maybe the number 2, the true number 2 is not solidified, but a path to number 3 and 4 is solidified. And I would say that would be De'Ami Brown and Treylon Burks. And that's in that how either flip-flopped, however. 3 would actually be Antonio Williams. He has to be. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're expecting him to be based off of where he was drafted and his ability. So then Luke, that's a number 5 receiver. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, John, your point.
I think the argument for Ben Sinnott, because we had this debate when I had Grant and Asia on, is I think when AP drafted him, Cliff didn't have a game plan for Ben Sinnott. He wasn't traditional tight end at Kansas State. He played more of that the verbatim words from AP. You are George Kittle and Kyle Juszczyk. Cliff's system ain't built for that. Cliff's system is to air it out, F it someone down there somewhere, or dump off down the middle. The only reason why Zach Ertz got as many touches as he did, because A, he's a tight end is supposed to be a safety blanket. B, it's Zach effing Ertz. And 3, I would have taken Ertz over Zacchaeus or Crowder if I got to get rid of this ball. I think in a traditional offense, which is what David Blau seemingly is going to run based on all accounts and stuff coming out of camp, he's going to use 13 personnel. He's going to use 12 personnel. He's going to use 21 personnel. He's going to use 22 personnel. He's going to find a way to get Benson on the field, to get John Bates on the field. He'll get Colson Yankoff on the field. And Grant's point, which I don't think is far off, if we all knew George Kittle and Kyle Juszczyk were on the decline these past 2-ish years, especially with Kittle's injuries, they would have taken him to fit in a Kyle Shanahan offense at tight end. I think at the very least, AP went, I can't let this athlete at tight end be, and unfortunately, Cliff didn't have a usage package for him until it's 4th and down in the NFC Championship game, or it's a specific goal line sets to get a touchdown here or there to use him. I think if anything, he will find ways to get on the field under David Blau. Unfortunately, there is no production otherwise outside of a couple grabs here or there and a lot of special team snaps to say otherwise. Like, I've been a Ben Sinnott believer since day one, the scouting report and all. Unfortunately, this is probably going to be the season where we go, either he's going to make it or not. He was just more polished. I think in Luke's case, it's because of his special teams ability, because unfortunately, to Reedie's point, his last name, because AP loves the McCaffreys, and the fact that you can make, and to Juan's point, he has been open mostly consistently. We just haven't found his way. I think Luke is probably our 4 until proven otherwise. I think Ben Sinnott is now number 2 on the roster because Bates is a pure blocker and an occasional catcher.
Wait, whoa, no.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we getting thrashed, bro. 4-1, GGs. No, Ben Simmons. I mean, Ben Simmons your third tight end.
I mean, to BR 3246's point, like that is the idea. Like I agree with everything. I'm not saying that Luke is not good. Luke is open a lot, but my mindset can't tell me if I'm a coach. The whole purpose is to take advantage of mismatches and things of that nature. If I'm seeing on film that people consist, that's just like in basketball. Like it's kind of like they're saying, "Oh, we're gonna leave you up, and we're not worried about you." So if I know that and I'm a quarterback and I'm going front side and I might go peek back to the backside, if he open, I'm throwing him the ball because I'm trying to win games at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So like I just don't get why he's not getting the production or getting more targets and things of that nature.
Well, I can give you that. I can give you that answer. I truly like John blames Cliff with just Ben Simmons. I don't know if that was a Cliff Kingsbury move. That was an Adam Peters draft pick.
Oh, it was
for sure. Right? So that can kind of play into the factor of why Cliff did. Because remember that's a big reason why Cliff isn't here. Reedie. He did not play our rookies or our second string guy or our second year guys. That's frustrating. Imagine you're Adam Peters. Imagine you draft these guys and they can't be on the field because your offensive coordinator won't put them on the field. That's why Ben Simmons hasn't produced. He didn't fit his offense, so he didn't put him on the field. Luke McCaffrey, clearly, as John said, Cliff Kingsbury he took a liking to obviously Zach Ertz for their history. He took a liking to Jameson Crowder. He took a liking to Lamade Zaccheaus. He grew to like De'Ami Brown or utilize De'Ami Brown as well. And then with the second year, Luke McCaffrey, when he started to really show some signs and promise, Jayden Daniels missed 10 games. Prior to that, they hooked up back-to-back weeks. Who's to say if he doesn't get hurt in that Cowboys game and Luke doesn't get hurt, who's to say they don't continue their little streak that they were on with hooking up with big plays? But Jayden missed 10 games. Luke McCaffrey had a broken collarbone. Ain't like he had a tiny injury. He broke his collarbone. Like he was cooked. You know what I mean?
I call it Tony Romo special.
Yeah, and then it happened on a play in which y'all kinda are brushing him under the rug, like, oh, anybody can do that. But he broke his collarbone on a really good run.
Well, I guess it's safe to say at this point. Really good points from everybody.
We're just not talented enough to pick them up.
I guess it's safe to say that we just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, we gotta wait and see, but we're also not talented enough to just be pushing out third-round picks unless they're just straight up ass. The only reason Jahan Dawson wasn't his because he wanted to show his ass. He thought he was bigger than the program, and as Z said earlier, this regime didn't draft him, so it was.
Jahan Dawson thought he was bigger than the program.
Remember what Brian Mitchell said? There was guys out there. What did he say? He said it was guys out there that thought they were, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Couldn't he didn't want to block. He didn't want to do certain things like work out. Like he wanted to do it his way.
He thought he was the man.
He didn't want to play special teams and shit like that.
Oh, I didn't know they were specifically talking about him. Okay. I remember that though, but I didn't know they were talking about him.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
But
we didn't even talk about Rasul Douglas, man. That's crazy.
We have not.
Yeah, we need to get on.
My bad. About Rasul Douglas. No, you good? That might be a great clip out segment for.
Yeah, 58-40.
Yeah, 58-40. Cut it off. I'm running that down right now.
Was it fake beef? Everybody up here but me believes that it was fake beef.
Give or take, yeah.
Even if it is fake beef, I don't see it being beneficial. Essentially, what I'm saying. There's no gain for that.
No. And if it's real, that's even worse.
Once I heard Juan's point, I don't want to rehash that conversation because we already talked about it. But now that I think about it from that perspective, I do like. How does that make sense for Jayden? Doesn't make sense for Jayden.
You are watch. When they report July 28th.
2 weeks. 3 weeks.
Hey, John Kime, ESPN. So Jayden,
Scott, Scott's going to be.
Scott Abrams. Yeah, Scott Abrams.
They said that today. You know, Scott's gonna act at the first day of practice.
Yeah.
Scott Abram, ABC7. So Jayden, there was a little bit of back and forth on social media with you and Brandon Aiyuk. He kind of brought up some choice words or whatnot. We want to speak to that. What is that all about? Jayden's gonna hit him with that. Yeah, man, that's nothing, man. He ain't gonna give him nothing to I don't know, man.
Dude. The only word
he went out there and actually aired him out though.
Dude, if they ask him and Jayden hits him with either the Marshawn, I'm only here, I don't get fined, or hits him with
you tell me. You tell me.
You tell me. Yeah.
Yeah,
but that
right off the top, I'd be like, yep, there we go.
They really created unnecessary drama though. Like literally.
Yeah.
We thought we was gonna have a drama-free offseason with the Terry shit last year. We was looking good.
Nah.
And then now, and I ain't gonna lie, it's only because Jayden semi-responded. If he didn't post what he posted on his story, we probably wouldn't. But anyways, Rasul Douglas, let's talk about it.
Rasul Douglas. I liked
best cornerback on the roster. Or nah.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Or nah.
Absolutely. At this moment. We don't know what we're going to get from Trey Amos. We don't know if he's injured or not.
We can't get that to Trey. We definitely ain't giving it to Mike.
Don't disrespect my man's.
I'm just at this point in time, he might arguably be the best cornerback we have. And he's 31 years old.
Juan about to get his froze on.
Because and here's my point, Juan. Here's my point, and I'm not trying to hog the mic.
Oh, I dropped it. Hold on.
I'm not trying to. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got a Trey?
Yeah.
Don't disrespect these fellas right here, y'all. What we talking about? Look, I was gonna wait to pull that out, but y'all got a little disrespectful. So
no, I'm not. It's no disrespect. But
I know.
It's arguments that could be made. Like, I mean, he's coming here. He's not coming here to play inside. He's coming here to play on the outside. So that takes one person off the field or moves them somewhere else. Then you brought Amik Robertson in here to play in the inside. So what does that say for him? What does that say for Hamilton? What does that say for these other guys that are on the roster? He's going to be outside. So therefore, I would say it's going to be Trey Amos on the other outside. So now it's a battle for the nickel. Who's going to be the nickel?
Why do we automatically assume a free agent cornerback that we're signing in July is going to ultimately get this much?
He is not going to be. Look what he did last year.
He was solid last year, but he's
not a slot corner.
He's the fourth corner.
Like 6'2".
He's the fourth corner. He comes in immediately. He's going to overtake Ahkello Witherspoon. I don't know if y'all have been hearing,
100%.
but a spring, he's quote unquote has not been looking good. Ahkello Witherspoon, that is.
That's fact.
So that's probably why they brought him in at the end of the day. He's
the
fourth corner on this roster. They're not about to take off Trey Amos. They're not about to take off Mikey Sanderstill or no. He's going to find his way in this rotation. I look at him as a much better Trayvon Diggs. Remember, a lot of people wanted to sign Trayvon Diggs. He's a zone corner, but he's coming here to play zone, just cover grass, but occasionally jump passes. He has 21 career interceptions. He's about to be that like 6-man ball hawk kind of guy that we want on this team.
He had 2 interceptions, 9 PBUs, a 72.6 passer rating allowed last year, 50% completion percentage allowed. That ain't bad for this roster.
Not at all. So you're saying, Juan, your argument is that it's going to be Trey outside, Sanford still on the other outside, and Amik in the slot.
Yes, and occasionally, whether we go to dime or we go nickel or even, God forbid, injuries or someone is out playing, that's when Rasul Douglas is going to come in because he's a solid key. This is a massive signing in July. We're talking about a Super Bowl winning guy. A guy that has a Super Bowl winning pedigree. We're talking about a guy that has a knack for the football, 20-plus turnovers. We have not had that in years. Now our DB room looks like a bunch of thieves, right? He has 21 career interceptions. Amik Robinson peanut punches footballs out. Mikey Sanderstill has had the most interceptions on this team in the last 2 seasons. So we ultimately have a ball-hawking DB room. So I personally look at it as a massive upgrade over what we had.
It is a massive upgrade, but I don't think that he's your fourth cornerback. I think he comes in and he's a starter.
I think
you gotta make that an Instagram reel tomorrow, Reedie. That's a hot take right there.
Hey, you
That's
know,
good.
I
It's
always,
it's not a hot take. See, that's what we gotta stop doing. I say this to Z all the time. Your favorite player, you gotta like take that mindset of thinking out of your brain and be real about it. Like the production is better. We don't know what's going on with Trey.
It's not that it's my favorite player.
If Trey Amos is indeed not injured, which being reported, if he is completely healthy, I would say he's our number one, right?
Yeah.
But I would take him, Rasul Douglas, on the outside over Mikey. Me personally. That's just me.
I'll give you that. Because we saw what Mikey could do on the outside. Granted, it was a Joe Witt defense, but I don't think his size helps. So I'm with Reedie on that point. I think
the only reason why I say I'm gonna let you finish, John, but let me just get this on pause. The only reason why I say he might arguably be the number one because we don't know what's going on with Trey. Right now, we don't know what's going on with Trey. That's the only reason. But in a perfect world, if he was 100% healthy, Trey's the number one corner, right? You bring in this guy, you put him on the other side. I think that you can use Mikey as a chess piece and move him around in different situations. Like Aiyuk, I think that's a perfect world. I don't think Mikey is suited to be on the outside. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, y'all tell me.
I was about to break out for this last time. But according to Madden, Rasul is better, Juan.
According to Madden, Rasul Douglas is better than who?
Rasul at 82, Trey at 77, according to Madden.
That's crazy.
Wait, we not arguing. Trey's a lock though. He's CB1.
Mikey what, probably like a 76.
Technically, I defend Mikey more than anybody, so I ain't even.
That's fair.
But no, I like Mikey. I think last year he, you know what I mean, due to the scheme and a lot of things, he got beat, and it was a lot of, you know, I had to deal with the guy to my left in my ear about y'all slice Mikey and Mikey gets beat, but y'all don't say nothing about Marshawn. So I kind of like, you know, started kind of speaking more on Mikey, you know, getting when he got beat. I really like Mikey though. I think he had a really solid 24 season.
Yeah.
On the outside, being moved around. I love his versatility. I think he's a dog. He's a true football player, and I think he's gonna his abilities are gonna propel in this offense with Durante. I mean, in this defense with Durante Jones.
I agree. I think Mikey's a chess piece. Me personally, he's a chess piece.
Yeah,
he's utilized best when he's near the football. That's why he has the most turnovers in the last 2 seasons of.
They say Reedie on the new drugs.
I'm on a new drug. Damn.
I don't know if that's Reedie or that's someone in the comments. Either way.
I told you.
No, that's someone in the comments.
Oh no, he said red. Never mind.
Oh,
yeah.
About to say Z. Make sure Reedie make that.
Mikey is the new Daryl Green. Okay, I see it.
Yes. Come on now. Let's not do that.
Shit, I mean, Amik Robinson, the way his feet work be moving, I'd rather you compare him to Daryl Green than Mikey.
In dress shoes.
This man.
Dress shoes, the fucking Jordan 11 lows. What are you talking about? Dress shoes?
They looked like low first.
Oh yeah, you don't know that about that. You don't know about AZ. He said them all blacks is dress shoes. Look like the bus.
They look like dress shoes in that video.
James is fire. You tripping? You don't know about that drip.
100%, I do not.
You know about that drip? In fact, let me tell Kingston to bring them down here so I can put them on camera for you.
We don't want to see that.
It's icy.
No, but going back to Reedie's point with Trey's injury, I was in the same train of thought. Like, I love the signing, but this also brings to me of, is Trey 100%? Like, he upgrade against Fred, upgrade against Carlin, upgrade against Hamilton, upgrade against Ahkello Witherspoon. He automatically becomes his 4. If Trey is 100% healthy, then obviously he's CB1. If he's not, I feel better about the room already with this signing because he's a proven vet. He is arguably coverage-wise probably your best on the roster. I love Mikey, not a coverage guy, unfortunately. And the fact is, 2 interceptions, 9 PBUs last year, in one of the worst defenses on the planet in the Miami Dolphins, and he had those types of numbers. The 4 of us would have been beneficial to that Miami Dolphins defense last year. We
No,
played against
I
them.
thought they had a good young guy over there in the cornerback room last year.
Name me him right now.
My man coming here fresh out the gate. Quan Martin needs to be cut.
Damn.
But no, I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily say this. And I think I seen Lionel had put that out. When we signed Rasul Douglas, he said he can't help but to think this has to do something with Trey Amos's injury.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree. Y'all,
Okay.
we had 4 cornerbacks on the roster. We needed one more regardless. You put out 3. You put out.
Kilo been garbage.
Technically, he's
We had
been
4 quarterbacks on the roster. They brought back into what's the Hamilton dude? That's
Antonio
what-
Hamilton.
I told you he ain't no.
He's Reedie. He's
relying on him being on
34.
the field.
I'm not,
Reedie, you can fry him.
He's a
not
depth
saying-
guy.
he played well last year. Y'all tripping.
He
Yeah,
ain't played well enough to be on my field in no dime package.
Witherspoon did.
I don't even want him on the field in quarters.
I don't even think.
Not quarters.
Man, Antonio Hamilton played good down the stretch. He was playing against backups.
I get that, but you said
Out of here. In the words of Z, fuck out of here.
we ain't have another quarterback on the roster. Like we only had 3 or 4.
We only had four. Nobody's. I thought Antonio Hamilton got cut. He's not back. Is he back?
He's back. He's back.
Yeah, he back.
Man, let me double check that, man. What?
He 100% brought him back.
Bro, he's 34, bro. Like I'm
Rasul Douglas is 31.
I'd rather have
Trey like 23.
bro,
Mikey's like 25. 24.
Line me up against Antonio Hamilton. I'm giving him a bucket. I promise you. I promise you. He's trash.
Hey.
He's 30. He's 33, bro. If he was like 28, all right, cool, bro.
Yeah.
But he ain't making this team. I mean, now that it's confirmed that he's back, I guess you're saying him and Antonio, and Kilo Witherspoon is battling it out. They're keeping 4 corners. They're not keeping 5. I mean, yeah, they're not keeping they're keeping 5 corners. So Trey Amos, Mikey Samuel, Meek Robinson, Rasul Douglas. Am I missing? Is the last one going to be Antonio Hamilton?
Willie said my boy was playing like the rent was due against the Giants.
He was.
He was trying to earn that money.
Hey, Maul said put Jalen Lane's non-catching ass at DB.
Man, I'm telling y'all, they need to put Quan Mott in that corner.
I mean, he played that at Illinois.
Played nickel in Illinois.
Now
Yeah.
I am feeling the Rasul Douglas signing. I said it was a massive signing.
Yeah.
I think he's really good. I just don't think he's gonna come in and immediately push anybody off as a starter.
Well, he
Now-
on his Z shit. If it ain't a one guy, he don't want to hit.
You know what I'm saying?
I think Juan also getting hold on.
Yeah,
I think Juan else. Juan getting super chats though. He Philip B on one of y'all's channels saying,
shout out to my man Philip B. It's been a minute. Shout out to my guy.
BA the only one to get CTE from a leg injury. Hope y'all fellas have a good night. Go ahead.
Shout out to my man PB, man. And look, I was always trying to go back and forth on he had CTE. He do, he don't. If this Jayden Daniels shit ain't a troll, and this and by the way, Miss Regina.
I was going to ask. That was my ending question.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say it.
But hold on, before you say that though,
because I ain't said.
Before you say that, y'all wonder why I'm rocking so hard for my man Trey. Look what my man out of town with. You know what I'm saying, my nigga? You know, come on, Trey. That's what I'm talking about.
Trey Levi and having that.
Trey was like, "Come on, Shotty, go get that Hellraiser."
You know what I'm saying? Come on, Trey. You see what my man out of town with?
Hellraiser.
Trey the Hellraiser.
Juan had the screenshot ready. Zoomable and all that.
I was about to make a video. I was about to make a video on Instagram before this Aiyuk shit. You seeing my man Trey out of town doing? Come on, man. He about to be all pro Trey. Come on now. But go ahead, Z.
So all right. So in the night, are we calling Cap?
Like Navian or some shit like that?
we call it
It's
cap.
not on there no more though.
Oh, is it true?
Oh,
It's not over, Juan.
Did
Gotcha.
Miss Jackson retweet Grant Cohen?
I saw
When
that too.
He said BA. What did he say? BA.
Oh, I'm about to pull it up. Hold on.
Some problems.
Basically, I just seen the title. I think it was like Brandon Aiyuk, something like Brandon Aiyuk calls out Jayden.
Oh god, I remember seeing it too. And I saved it. I don't know where I saved it to.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a video. He said quality control. JD's mother seems disapprove of 49ers wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk.
And it said that she retweeted it. Now I feel like I saw the post come out ASAP, and I ran to look and see if she was in the retweets, and she wasn't there.
And she wasn't.
So it's like
I saw that too.
If she did retweet it, how did she retweet it and then unretweeted it like ASAP? Was he able to screenshot it in that time frame?
Then
he even came out and said like this isn't AI, this isn't that. This is like I still think it's cap. But go ahead.
I think it might be a little bit of cap, but I mean, unless Cohen was just sitting there weighing like just ready to go, all right, got your ass, and then send it out. Because I remember seeing it, I saved it, I bookmarked it, and now it's deleted.
Yeah.
I don't think it's cap. I don't think so. I think she really did it. At the end of the day, even if they are trolling, why do you really think he gonna tell his mother that? They probably did. If they was playing a joke and he probably did it behind her back or whatever, then later on maybe told her if they was playing. I don't think they playing. I think this is serious. I think this is real. I do. Look, what I said was I always felt he gave me them type of vibe. He one of them friends that you have that's been there for everything, but he always has sneaky animosity towards you, but ain't never say nothing. But when you finally give him the slightest bit of opportunity to say something, he gonna air you out. He one of them kind of friends. I get that kind of vibe from him. I don't think this is fake because I don't see no benefit of it being fake. I don't know, man. I think Miss Jackson really did. Miss Jackson don't play about her boy, man. You know she
do
don't.
not.
I don't. And the fact,
but to the point of it being deleted, like anything she ever had to say, or she stood on that shit. So like that's what gives me concern. Like
that is fake. That is cap or not? Because I think that the fact that it's deleted kind of gives it more validity that it may have been true.
Let me see if I can find it again.
Because maybe she
pull up where what you saying, because I didn't see it. Like that she was in the mentions or whatever she was in.
She just retweeted.
Miss Jackson
She just retweeted.
Yeah, he was having like a YouTube live or something with a title, and apparently she retweeted it.
And then immediately did not.
But that's what I'm saying. By the time I saw it, and it was like had just been posted or shortly thereafter, and I ain't see her in no retweets.
It was gone.
It had like 3 retweets, and she wasn't one of them.
Yeah. Was it before or after the fake Jayden and Joy retirement post?
It was after the after the Jayden post.
That's what.
And that too. The whole post.
That's fake. That one's crap.
Told him to retire early or some shit. Enjoy retirement.
Yeah, enjoy retirement.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, fam. That one. We all know. Damn, I can't find. That got deleted real quick. Cause I remember seeing it. I saved it, and it's no longer there.
But even to like Jayden don't seem like he don't strike me like a social media, like run a social media.
I found it. Let me just pull it up. What am I doing? Giving y'all a bad view.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, I don't think Jayden is like a play on social media type of guy. Like he don't give me that vibe. Like you know what I'm saying? So I think if it was something, I don't know if he would run. Like that's what makes me think that it might be cap or it might be some you might have just. But then again, Jayden don't seem like a guy that moves without his whoever's involved.
So this live.
This video is literally no, the video is still up. JD5's mother, disapproves of Aiyuk. 3 minutes, and then he put that up, and then you go to this post, and it's she's not in there.
And I saw it ASAP, and she wasn't there.
How do you do that though? Like,
You
So
can
what
literally
you trying to
click.
say?
I mean, you can
Grant,
repost and then unrepost all in seconds. So,
Literally.
Yeah. If you
But-
hit the button by mistake.
but he would have to catch it live to screenshot.
Live.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he has like Mama Five's like Twitter notifications, like post notifications like on YouTube, which y'all should be doing for the Burgundy Breakdown,
Facts.
like ready to roll on Twitter. And then he was like, "Let me get this real quick before it goes off the web."
he kind of struck me as that guy though.
A little bit, just slightly, yeah.
So
Which
I
if
don't
that's the
think it's
case,
cool, bro.
that's some crap.
I don't think it's fake, bro. I think
Grant Cohen been living off Aiyuk. Like,
I mean,
I'm trying to be like him. I'm trying to get like
I was about
him.
to say,
His YouTube, look, bro. He like the only media member I know that talk like us. He in the media though.
one.
He tell Kyle Shanahan, yeah. So he be telling them dog shit, bro. I be like, damn, I would love. And his YouTube channel with like 100K subscribers. Like
219,000. I'm looking at it right now.
He eating, bro.
Yeah, Aiyuk.
Mm-hmm.
Surge.
Mm-hmm. They hate him in San Francisco though. The fans can't. The fans can't.
I heard someone. I had a San Fran fan tell me, yeah, he liked the Packers or some shit like that. They said he just report on us. He's not a fan of ours.
He ain't gotta be a fan.
That's not 9 times out of 10. That's majority of the fan. That's the majority of these journalists. The only one in our fan base that I know is a legit fan is JP Finley, because he's. I mean, his Twitter bio say just a kid from DC, so I assume he's a fan. John Cam, I don't think he's a fan. Nikki Giabala definitely not a fan. No, because she.
I would say Lake is a fan. I would say Lake's a fan.
Oh yeah, Lake Lewis is a fan. He did say that he's a fan.
Yeah, shout him out.
Did y'all see Nikki go in on Slim about misquoting her?
No, and all due respect to Nikki, she knew what she was doing, bro. And I'm not mad.
Like, and start talking like that.
And I'm not gonna lie. Listen, and I respect to Nikki and her work. But when you click on the whole entire thread, the people that she's trying to like defute, they're coming back with more like valid points. Like you knew what you were saying. Here, right here, they're like highlighting exactly what she said. She knew what she said. Did she misspeak? She probably realized later on she misspoke. But at the end of the day, these people are journalists. They went to school to learn how to clickbait and get clicks, and they understand that this driving force of this media nowadays is what we do: clickbait. No, we don't clickbait, but clickbaiting and getting the. Come on, bro.
Real fancy headlines.
She knew what she was doing, man. And go if you could go to it right quick, John, if you can find it. I can understand how fans would get misinformed because of the way she put it. You know what I'm saying?
Explain this to me because I glossed over it. I seen it, but I didn't do a deep dive into it.
I seen it and I just started reading the retweets about it. I said, damn, the fans y'all like going smack at Nikki. Like
what happened exactly? She said something about something, and
she basically said about Aiyuk how Washington isn't interested anymore. And then once fans like started running with it and talking about it, she tried to refute and say that's not what she meant. But then fans said, Nikki, that is what you meant because look what you said in your exact. You know what I'm saying? They was going in on her.
Let me see. Is it this one where I'm about to pull it up?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it sounds like you're talking about this one where someone subquoted her for was it this one?
Exactly. Yep. And then click on what she said. Then just the thread. They was punishing her in the thread.
So summary I wrote was wrong, which is incredible since you pulled all 3 of my graphs, which is crazy work.
Yep. And look at
63 comps. Damn, Chris and saying ugh.
Hold on, keep going down. That one right there. They just was. You know what I mean?
The erratic Instagram rants was once a minimal option. Trying to build that's a big if given its recent history and fallout.
So again, just you don't have to click on each one, but just kind of go through how they're refuting back, like they're showing proof of why they felt like why they interpreted what she said, and it's okay. It happens. Like you say shit all the time that you probably didn't mean, or you kind of said what you meant. You was looking for a certain angle, and you didn't expect people to catch it or call you out for it. It's okay. If nobody would have said anything like or started running with that narrative and they just read your article and went on about their day and they didn't say this, you wouldn't have came out and cleared it up. You know what I'm saying? You're only trying to clear it up because people they catching on. They like, nah, this is what you meant. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah.
You might need to reread what you wrote because he summarized it perfectly.
It's on her
Nikki
Twitter.
still float.
Mhm.
It's still up on her Twitter. Yeah. Still floats as an NFL insider and opinion writer. She wants to oscillate back and forth based on the day. That's crazy.
Look at that one right there. His interpretations of what you wrote is on par with how I read it too. He said may have cooled, which does not assert a stance, as opposed
to a conjecture.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what it. And again, they're media members, man. They know what they're doing. They went for a certain angle, and she just didn't expect fans to clap back at her.
Mm-hmm.
Why you think she stopped responding? Because she got she's 200,000 views on that thing. She got what she wanted, which is a little bit surprising.
Yeah, I mean, someone said, but the substance was literally a summary for content, unless you would prefer. According to Nikki Javala's sources, like he straight up quoted said this straight from her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Said exactly what he said. The fuck.
And yet it still stands, man. My man, I don't even got a favorite media member no more. I ain't gonna lie. My man used to be Peter Haley. My girl used to be Rihanna Walker. She don't even cover the team no more. Peter Haley don't cover the team no more. I don't know if JP just like too big now, but like you remember back in the day, they used to be on it like everything training. Huh?
Z said the exact same thing.
Like back in the day, like 28, like they was reporting everything at training camp every second. Now JP he tweet one thing out and that's it.
Mm-hmm. I think JP just caught up in trying to do 5-6 jobs. JP,
what is understandable.
NBC, he with 106 with B Mitch. He got.
Well, I mean, I'm just talking about even at training camp. Back in the day, they used to retweet everything. Now it's kind of like they leave it to the
one
the
here and there.
You know, they leave it to the new people, and that's because social media has evolved. Like they came, John Keim came over in our space. They dogging it now because they are actually there. So of course the fans are gonna go to them. They dogged it. They came in our space and turning up. You know, so they kind of realized that the content creation is another avenue for them to make money on top of their actual publisher, which is smart. But
I mean, I can also respect them trying to give like new reporters and new people like a chance. Like, I can respect it though. Yeah,
I get it.
To an extent.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, I get it.
They be gatekeeping too.
Oh, true. 100%. 100%.
You know how you say, Juan, you know how you say you reached out to a couple people in need this and you trying to get this now. We done had our share of reaching out and had our share of consult.
I don't
had our share of cap.
I don't even reach out no more, and it hurts because I know that's really hurting my growth. It's not reaching out, but it's like they just like be carrying me. I mean, I seen whatchamacallit, like I forgot their name. They big on Instagram more than YouTube. My guys, OTF, I think.
Oh yeah, Reb and Kenny.
I'm like, shit, that's tough. Like, what the fuck? Like, shit. Mikey left me.
Dietrich Wise, Who. Man,
yeah. So
and
they got
Connor.
They had Bill last year.
So I'm just like, how many jump? Like, come on, y'all.
They plugged in. So I mean, that's why I'm not gonna say that's why I stopped trying, but I don't know how to really. I don't know if you get lucky, whatever, because it's like it's people out there that
part of it is
that has more than you. That's not getting them or getting them to that has. So it doesn't matter about how many subscribers you guys. I think it's more so who you know and things like that. So
who you know, where you go to hang out with these people, like it'd be like that.
This makes me. I got a bias though. Let me shut up. So I would say on this Nikki situation, I would say read the article before you go off of a quick little paragraph, because I think the rest of the article can give you context of what she's saying. And then they're talking about, like in the comments, you're getting old when words like graphs irritate you. But in journalism world, that's how they write graphs. Like it's shorthand. Like it's not like
it's quick.
Somebody that ain't never been to journalism school wouldn't know that. So like you're trying to be slick on there, but that's a common practice of saying graphs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm just saying that because been to journalism school, so I know what she's saying. But I would just say, read what she said. I haven't read it, so I don't know. But I'm just saying to the average fan, make sure you read the article before you comment on something, because sometimes you could be misquoted in little experts and shit like that. It does seem like that's what she meant, but read the context and the graphs that connected to it, because it's a story: who, what, when, where, why, and how. So you got to piece everything together, and just people that take little bits. That's just like somebody say something, they're just going to take that one thing and give it no context to whatever else they were saying. Oh, you said that Aiyuk was the best, but you didn't hear the other shit that I said to piece it together. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I would say.
I love those people. You take 5 seconds of a 30-second clip and run with it for days. I love those people because it clearly shows you ain't got no frontal cortex.
I gotta go down this rabbit hole though.
That's a big ass word, John. Frontal cortex.
Frontal cortex.
Frontal cortex. God damn. That's a hell of a sentence right there.
A 49ers fan account picking and pulling from real journalists' work to twist the narratives.
Shorty so smart she gave me some frontal cortex. Dang. That's a bar.
Gave me some frontal cortex.
That's a bar. Shout out, John.
A bar.
Hellraiser won back at it again.
That's a bar. Young DeMarco.
Free Terry.
No about that.
Yeah.
A young DeMarco.
What's the off-season song this year, Juan?
I gotta make one. I bet you know what's I made a Sonny Styles draft one. I just ain't like it, so I never dropped it.
No,
but I made a Sonny Styles. I don't know. I'm gonna figure out. Maybe it's gonna be
might have to do it. Just Aiyuk the title gonna be it, huh?
I ain't gonna lie. I made so many songs about the command, like the Jayden song I made his rookie year. I feel like if I would have shot a video to it at the stadium, it would have blew up. It was. I just never shot a video to it or nothing. But that don't crank, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Or montage.
I don't think it makes sense to do it now because the song was 2 years old.
I mean, you could always remix it.
I'm kind of surprised that the left hand up thing is like wore out though. I thought that would have been like forever.
I mean, I think last year's like down year, just kind of everything was like, all right, let's keep things hush.
Yeah, I like their second one better though, honestly. Left hand up, I catch that ball, they gonna burn it. I don't know if y'all heard that one. The second one that they made, he would start singing.
I heard it vaguely. I'm gonna re-listen to it.
I like the second one the best.
Damn. Andrew's saying Team USA's goalie is just 2024 BSJ in disguise. Damn.
Yeah, no, we just got thrashed, bro.
4-1.
Well, when's the
knockout round? Or how does it?
Yeah, that was a knockout. That was
one and done.
It was
game over.
Yeah, it was good. It was round of 16 to knockout stage up. We're cooked. Goalie out there looking. They say goalie out there looking like Stephon Castle in Game 5.
Oh.
Hey man, I don't know nothing about soccer but the World Cup, man. I guess Messi about to win him another jump.
I mean, Ronaldo done goes to
or Mbappe, or what's my man? What's strong, bro? From Norway. Yeah. Holland, bro. Something like
Holland,
that. Yeah. Or what's my man from England? Jude Bellingham. Yeah. I know a little son. Catch me in 2028. That's the next time I will watch a soccer game when America back, man.
One guy talking soccer. That's what we got.
I ain't gonna talk no soccer because I don't know what's going on. But shit. Damn, man, how the fuck we lose at home, man? At Lumen Field, man. See, it's the Seahawks' fault. I'm blaming Seattle.
I ain't scared yet. Don't get no spoilers. I'm kind of like
Diami's new episode.
Yeah, I ain't see it. When is the new Commanders logo gonna drop? It's about that time.
One just dropped like 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, but that was like
2 weeks ago.
And all of that. So
y'all going to training camp?
The training camp ain't start. It's gonna drop like the first week of training camp.
No, I'm saying y'all going?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know. Shit, I might be Dolo though, so it depends.
Z got another vacay coming up.
Nah,
yeah, we're going to I gotta go to North Carolina August 1st. So
Damn.
that's that. But August 3rd, we got tickets to go August 3rd. We got tickets for the 1st and the 3rd. So
I should.
if the trip
I was
get canceled, I'm gonna go both days.
I was looking at the 1st, but I was like, man,
you couldn't make no moves
What you mean?
because of the work situation. That's a
Nah,
Saturday.
I told you I was gonna take off on the 3rd.
Oh, respect.
I get up at 4:30, man.
Ooh.
Well,
That's
that's
a
our
bet.
sign. That's our
Hey,
sign.
that'll do
It's
Hey,
Make
appreciate
sure
y'all
you
talking,
like,
man.
share, subscribe at the Burgundy Breakdown. We are on the road to what, John?
500. We have 340
Yeah.
right now.
Kids, stay
340.
kids.
Get us over 500. Like, come on now. Like, Reedie and Zee.
like,
we
get us
got
to
what?
1,000, bro. We trying to
We got-
monetize
hold
this
on.
Shit.
Well, we got Reedie and Zee got what? Over what? 21. John, you over 1,000. Juan probably like
Yep.
10K. I mean, I don't want to short you. You 15K? Where you at?
I'm about to be 13.
13K.
Hey.
I ain't want to show my man.
Yep.
Of all the 4 channels, y'all can come together and get us well over 500. Definitely get us to 1,000 so we can get this monetization. But make sure y'all tune in every Monday night until further notice. And we are the guys that's going to bring you the latest and the greatest with this team. Of course, Reedie and Zee, Ballin In Burgundy podcast, and Juan Gotti talking sports. Make sure you sub up each of our individual channels, and we're on our road to our individual milestones as well. And of course, if you ever want to support any of the channels, you can do so respectively. But also, just hit us up with the super chats or cash apps, however you want to do it. We
Venmo,
salute you. We
PayPal.
thank y'all
We all
for the
got it.
support. We thank y'all for staying here with us for an hour and 36 minutes.
Man.
My man Gotti said he on his way back. My man John came through with the analytics tonight. And my man Reedie, he was Reedie. But, without further ado, that's Reedie. I'm Z. There's John, and that's Juan. We are the Burgundy Breakdown. We are signing out.